I love doing stuff like this, and I jump at it when it's offered. I love that this tiny little movie is getting, it was a really small scale movie, but is getting lots of press. It's great.
Is so much fun, man. As with any good Michael Kennedy movie, it takes a great familiar concept and just twists it in so many unique ways. And I love that even though you've been in the horror genre since Deliver Us from Evil almost 10 years ago now, I mean, you've recently really shown off your dramatic range with Happily, Becky, and now It's a Wonderful Life. What is it like for you to venture out from some of the more comedic cueing projects that a lot of audiences are used to?
I find it endlessly fun, and I love doing that stuff. And I really do. I did a lot of that, like when I was doing plays and stuff like that, and it was the access point for me in Hollywood was the Soup. So obviously, people got to know me as that. For all the young listeners out there, I used to host a version of a talk show on E, which made fun of reality TV. And but doing this, I mean, now I'm 52, and when stuff like this comes out, I get, it gets, when the scripts, I read the scripts, I get really excited that I get to do stuff like this. And Tyler, who directed it, was so great and gave great, he was a really good director. He knew exactly what he wanted. He was the captain of the ship and knew where we were going. And that was like, and I was like, oh, that's when you feel taken care of. And of course, Michael Kennedy's writing was great. And then Jane Whittrip is an amazing actor. And so, like we were covered. There was no question marks. And then, of course, the great Justin Long shows up, who is one of the better actors I've ever seen. And yeah. So anyway, that's a very long explanation to say, like, I love doing stuff like this, and I jump at it when it's offered, and then just we got to make sure they offer me a pile of money so I can afford. Wait, that's not how it worked. Now, yeah, it's great. So, but I love that this tiny little movie is getting, it was a really small scale movie, but is getting lots of press. It's great.
It deserves it. It's really a very moving and thrilling movie at the same time.
That's good.
Now, I love that when I spoke with Jane the other day, they were talking about how much preparation they had to do for managing the different universes. And you yourself play two very opposite versions of the same character within this movie. How do you go about, mentally preparing for that to really flip the switch as it is for this movie?
That was really well distinguished by Tyler. And like, because you saw the first version of my character. I mean, as he has said, it's kind of a Hallmark movie-ish feel to the first part. And like It's a Wonderful Life, where it's kind of this idyllic Bedford Falls little world, and obviously there's issues, but nothing as pressing as people getting slashed and dying. And but then going in, you could tell, like, just the way Tyler had lit the other world, and you could feel the difference, and he just guided it kind of perfectly. I think he knowing with the director who's keeping all that stuff separate, it's knowing the fact he really was helpful. So, and like with the emotional scenes, he was just like, he was great, because he would be like, let it, he gave great direction and great motivation and stuff. So that, yeah, it was just, yeah, I know that you hear these answers all the time where you're like, well, it was well directed and that really was helpful. And so it was great. And I love doing shit like that. So yeah, that's a very long answer, and I apologize.
You're all good. No, I like that you had that collaboration with him. Another thing I did actually want to bring up that Jane had mentioned to me was they said you love your ad-libbing, and obviously coming from the comedy world, that's very much a part of that. But I'm curious if you found yourself ad-libbing more during the more dramatic side of things or during the comedic side of things.
I would say Probably on the comedic, definitely on the comedic side more. And and I would, I was very, like, how far could you let me screw around? And hopefully they were character driven jokes and not just comments. And so I know they put a few of those in, which was really nice. And, but yeah, when it came to the dramatic stuff, just because it was such a different, it's a very different, kind of emotional place. That kind of changed it. So yes, so I stuck to, was more on the words there because I was like, oh, this, because of what I had to communicate, which was the loss of a child, basically. And so, yeah, so that's again a long answer to, it was comedic stuff. Yeah, because I love doing stuff like that, and I always am running my mouth. But yeah, so that yeah, mostly on the comedic side was I screwing around.
I mean, hey, it's what you're known for. You might as well roll with it sometimes. Now, another thing that I love about this
Yeah.
is the reveal of you in the other universe, and we'll have a spoiler warning, but I did want to talk about, when we get to see the mask pulled off, and it's you. When you first read that in the script, and when you first got there on the day, what was
You're frozen. You're freezing. Oh, now you're back. Yeah, these are all spoilers. So turn it off if you're, or turn it down. Yeah, no. When I read that, it was a nice. I mean, that's what the power of Michael Kennedy and the writing of Michael Kennedy, which, some nice twists and turns, and I think they're, unexpected. And, no, and I just thought it was a nice. Yeah, if the script is good, you're in good hands, because then only the actors and the director can screw it up. And that, I feel like that, the script told the story really well and followed the parody. I don't want to say parody, but followed the mechanism of It's a Wonderful Life. And, yeah, so with that reveal, hey, crazy and wonderful. And I just like the kind of, yeah, kind of, it goes, and it's kind of a wild little movie. And that's, with the rise of horror and comedy and holidays coming together, and there being a lot of them, I think it just is this new avenue. Well, it's not new, but because Silent Night, Deadly Night, I just burped drinking, sparkling water. But I think with this genre, it's gonna only grow. And, anyway, so that's a big, yeah. So I was very happy when I saw that I got revealed. Yeah, that was a very long answer.
It is a really cool reveal, and it's one that I had an idea it might happen, but I didn't necessarily know until it happened. So it was set up really well. I see I'm almost out of time. So before I let you go, last we talked, it was in the midst of the strike, so we couldn't really talk about the Community movie. Dan was recently talking about they were doing a little bit of rewriting, but that he's excited about the new draft. Have you seen it? And if so, how's it looking on finally getting shooting on this thing?
No, I'm very happy about. I mean, it's Dan, and, Andrew Guest is, writing it as well. And, no, it's great, and I'm not going to tell you anything about it. But I hope we can shoot it in, I think, next summer. Just because it was trying to get everybody together the first time was hard, and Donald's turned into, I don't know if you know this, but his career's gone okay, and so just getting everybody back together, and people like, I mean, everybody in the cast is working, so, thank God. And so I think it'll be next summer, and I might be talking out of my ass, but that's what I mean. That seemed like enough lead time to get everybody together. So I have to finish, Animal Control, which I am very excited to return to. And, so anyway, so that all said, I think it'll be next summer, hopefully with probably a holiday release is my guess. So
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround, but, I believe it can happen.
That would be amazing. And I know you can't spoil anything, but I mean, you have so many great recurring players throughout the show. and also ones that came in late, like Frankie and Elroy. Is there anybody who you are really hoping to see come back that isn't part of the main core cast?
Owen Wilson. That would be fine.
What?
Owen, you hear me? And Fat Neil.
Gotta have Neil back.
I would like to have I'd like to have everybody back, but yeah, that'd be great. But like Owen, Owen Wilson would help too, because box office gold.
He's killing it right now, so that would be fun to see. But regardless of who shows up, I know I'm super excited for it, and I can't wait to keep spreading the word about It's a Wonderful Knife, man. It really is so much fun, and
God bless you, even if you're lying.
I'm not. You can see I posted about it the other day for Jane's interview. I'd still love this movie, so I will keep spreading the word. So Joel, great catching up with you, and I hope you have a good one, man.
Nice to see you. Let's do this again. Go Hawks. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Maybe next time I'll wear my jersey.
I will too, if we'll make a deal. It'll be great.